welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Cardinals, coming up next.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year, as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Arizona Cardinals. From up in the booth, Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you for this contest, and pretty obvious what this one is framed around, right, partner?
What do you think, the two quarterbacks?
There you go, nailed it. The two quarterbacks who are both right now among some of the best in the NFL.
Yeah, we know what they can do with their talent, right? We have seen their arm on display week after week, but how do they captain their offense and guide the ship when they're facing, well, one of the few guys in the NFL on the other side who can match them throw for throw? It's going to be must-see TV.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
Quick to the air is Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Opening carry for Devon Achane. Still motoring past the 30. And he's all the way up to the 41. They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. They motion Waddle over left. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Running with Achane out of the gun. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Off the play fake, here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the defense comes through, that's gonna back him up and bring up fourth down. Now it's Jake Bailey, who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch it.
That's complete inside the 35. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly You set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, Drew, I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They kick the running back in motion. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be...
And in for the Arizona touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Barrios now to return it. Return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So 2nd down coming up.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They send Hill right. Tagovailoa looking to throw here on 3rd and 1. Wow, wide open here, complete. Now here it goes, down the right sideline. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins get into the end zone there. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins take the lead on that successful kick. Sanders all set to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now he gets set to see the Cardinal offense for the 2nd time. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you... fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
Daniels on 1st down. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Turning to Benson on third. And again, they stalled him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
He finds him beyond the marker. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Gets this one to Harrison. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them can throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Into traffic, complete. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Again, Daniels to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Daniels. The back's got it. Touchdown, Arizona. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the 1st half of play.
And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
1st down, here's Tua. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. That's the end of one here in Super Bowl 59. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to New Orleans right after this. Welcome back. The team is set, so let's get back to it. 2nd quarter of Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Trying again following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those check down. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down. One flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. The give now to Benson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 47. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Nearly an interception on that play, and that leaves him with 3rd and short. Shotgun snap to Daniels. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So it's going to be 4th and short. Here's Daniels. That pass is complete to McBride. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's a give to Benson. This is ahead for about 5. David Long getting to the spot that time. First down play, that's him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Now a run with Benson. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Now Daniels off the play action. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Daniels. And in for the Arizona touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Prater on for the PAT. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. Now Prater on to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Miami set to take over once again on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First and 10 now from the 30. Tagovailoa off the play fake. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Miami.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's a chain up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down carry for H.A. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Luda Baker bringing that one to an end. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Here's Tua. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarter, big reason why they're in control of this game.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Now this is a beauty of a kick. Gets headed out of bounds, no chance of a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Daniels now. For a right side, caught by Wilson. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Play fake here, Daniels. Uh-oh, it's loose. Live ball inside the end zone. And he gets to it in the end zone. This is going to be a touchdown. The Dolphins make it a 1-score game in the first half. As soon as that football hit the ground, Brock, we were just waiting to see, would it be 2, would it be 6? Who's going to get on it? It all came down to who jumped on it first.
Yeah, and in that mad race to the football, Kate, it was 6 points at 1 out. They were alert. As soon as they hit it and forced that ball out, quick to get on it before anybody on offense could try to salvage things and limit that significant damage.
His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. So a crazy first half has finally reached the 2-minute warning. The Cardinals pushing for points. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Defense showing blitz, Daniels. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's enough for a 1st down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion. So much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. From the red zone now. Escapes out to the left. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing from the gun here. This reeled in by Betson. And this is down all the way to the 3. Trying to work quickly now. He'll throw it yet again. Runs it in. Touchdown, Arizona. Cardinals grow their lead just before halftime. Trey Benson, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Prater adds the PAT. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. Now Prater on to send it away. Barrios now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Buda Baker picks it off. And the Cardinals get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
You can see it right off the snap. They got a really good read on where that was designed to go. Having that extra defensive back, that nickel coverage, so critical on that interception. Give that defensive coordinator some credit. Had the right plan, the right personnel. These guys on the field made the right play.
The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Able to get it to Benson. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's a Cardinals first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Taken in by Harrison. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing now, Daniels. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Picked off, Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground and start this one off. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. So we have reached halftime in Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He had it going right away. 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, 2 more in the second. 4 touchdown passes
Sanders all set to send it
and he's
away.
likely not done yet.
Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Jukes one defender, and he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Benson on 1st and 10. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That's Sheldon Rankins in on the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Staying on the ground with Benson. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Gets this one to Harrison. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Coaches challenge him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Tight end in motion left. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. Completes this one to Hill. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now motion him out of the backfield. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The home teams and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Benson now from the gun. A lot of grass ahead. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Daniels from the pistol. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A pickup there of 39. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Now Daniels to throw. He's got Harrison. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Now Prater on to send it away. Barrios now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Tagovailoa. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Tua now from the gun. Hauled in by Waddle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Gets it to his fullback. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not in... Huge gain and a 1st down. Here's Tua again. Juke the defender. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to A-Chain. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Play made by Deron Payne. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. So we're winding down to the end of the 2024 season. That's the end of 3 in Super Bowl 59. It's Dolphins football, and their title hopes hinge on evening the score. And there's an extra... Field now for the Cardinals. Third down coming. A-Chain on the inside give. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only 1 yard for them, and now we'll see what they decide to do on 4th and short. Oh, quick throw here, left side. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins get it back to within 2 possessions. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins get it back to a 14-point game. Sanders all set to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Benson once more. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Finds his target, Ryman. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd and 6 now. Benson's got it. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. It's Benson on the give. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That pass is complete to McBride. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals stretch their lead to 21. Now Prater on to send it away. Barrios now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Dolphins are back on offense. Tua Tagovailoa out there once again. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. First. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. This finds Smith. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. From the 30 on second down. Able to find Achane. And he's tackled for a short gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing on third, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense up to the line fast. They send Hill right. Desperation time here on fourth. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. They've got first down from the 31. Now an inside give to Benson. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Handoff headed left to Benson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Cardinals about set to celebrate this win. And the Dolphins in a nickel set for this third down. Here's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at a 4th down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Got his target. It's Higgins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. A give left side to Benson. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Now a give, it's Benson headed right. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Trey McBride, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Cardinals grow their lead yet again. Now Prater on to send it away. Barrios now to return it. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He's got Smith. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. And the Arizona Cardinals have outlasted the rest of the league. Arizona is your Super Bowl champion. The NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell awarding a hard-earned Lombardi Trophy to the Arizona Cardinals, your champions of Super Bowl 59. So that's a wrap on another incredible year of NFL coverage here on EA Sports. It was a memorable and very fun first year in the booth for myself and my partner in crime here, Mr. Brock Heward. Until next season, I'm Kate Scott. Thanks for joining us, everybody, and good night from New Orleans.